Hey, I'm Kev Mystica, and are you ready to Abu Dhabi? For the final time in Formula Xbox, it's the Season 5 finale and the end of this great league, unfortunately. But there's a trend in music, you know, where bands are making comebacks. All the bands that I grew up with are all back for some reason. Maybe Formula Xbox could be back in like 20 years, or F1 2035. Even though I would be in my mid-40s, it'd be a bit strange to set aside time to do some league racing on a Saturday night. But yeah, you never know. There might not even be consoles, you know, by that time. It'd be all PC Master Race by then. But yeah, it's a shame that this league is to an end. Get the tissues out, and to mark this occasion, I thought I'd do a live commentary, and you will see why I don't do this very often. I'm not very good at driving while doing some live commentary. I drove probably one of the worst races I ever did in Formula Xbox. I was dreadfully slow. First half of the race I was interesting with a battle with Justin Midget and Hamilton fan, but yeah, in the second half of the race you just hear me rambling, and it's the ramblings of a madman about F1 2014 and stuff. So yeah, stick around for that. It'd be great. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that live commentary somehow. You might need a drink for that, for the older people who watch that. But yeah, I thought before going into that, I'll talk over this qualifying as we go out for our final time on a qualifying run in this league. I'll talk about some of my memories of this league, and I'm guessing most of the people who are watching this video were in Formula Xbox as well. So let me know your favourite memories of this league in the comment section below. It'll be interesting to see what you come up with and what do you remember about this league. I know it's months ago now, but you might remember a few things about it. And yeah, I remember when I came into this league, when it was mid-season 1, I believe a kerfuffle happened, and there were a couple of spaces open. I came in, and this was a time before, say, Hamilton fan was invented, and we didn't know why everyone was so angry in the league. Now we kind of do know, or did know, and yeah, I remember leading my first race, I believe it was around Britain, and having a very good race, and then getting a podium in the last race of the season, when only a few drivers, unfortunately, were around. And unfortunately, you can see due to the game's bullshit this season, we got a few drivers for this finale as well. Just a sad lack depth of field, unfortunately, to see this league off. But yeah, back to season 1. Yeah, after that podium, you know, I thought I'll win races, challenge for the championship afterwards. Of course, I never got close to that afterwards, but no, I just hope to, you know, continue getting some good results. And yeah, in season 2 and 3, I remember having some battles with Legion, you know. I remember Australia on one season where we just exchanging places back and forth in the second half of the race. It was fantastic fun, but you know, probably my favourite moments were battling Justin Midget, or Overlord, who once again, after saying 5,001 times now, you know, for inviting me to the league, for putting up with our bullshit, for putting up with the game's bullshit as well. Could have so easily ended this season early, but kept going till the end. And yeah, with Drastic Midget, you know, he was very evenly matched with me, and hopefully you can race again in the future in the league. As you know, I believe he was a bit faster than I was, but kind of struggled a bit more with the tyre wear. I think that's fair to say. I was a bit more consistent, but I was a bit slower than he was, and so we kind of merged in the middle. As some fantastic battles, as you particularly seen this season as well in the last few races. But that's been a constant from season 1 to now, having fantastic battles. I believe I'm the only other driver from season 1 actually to survive. I believe the longest tenured driver after him in this league. So yeah, I've definitely stuck the course with this league. That's how much I've enjoyed it. But yeah, I've had fantastic battles with everyone here, and of course I want to thank 5,002 times now. Thank everyone else that you've had to race against in this league. You put up with my bullshit on occasion, I put up with yours, and we put up the game as well on occasion. But yeah, we've had some fantastic battles over the years in this game, and probably my favourite race though, this is probably my favourite moment as well in this league, and over all the batting, was season 3 in Italy, where anybody could have won. I think I called the strategy right in the first part of the race. Got a bit late on the wet tyres in the second half. I think I lost some time there. Had an incident with Legion and kind of blew my only chance to win a race in this league. I kind of blew it. I think James won it in the end. But yeah, that was a fantastic race that anybody could have won. Kind of embodied the craziness that could happen in Formula Xbox and with these F1 games. But look at that. I ended with brake failure to end my time in Formula Xbox in qualifying. It happened a lot in this league, wasn't it? That was strange, wasn't it? But yeah, let me know your favourite moments of this league in the comment section below. Well done to Luke and on the championship of the Mercedes OP, and enjoy my ramblings, my live commentary as well. And here we are on the grid for the final time in Formula Xbox, and I'm gonna miss the disconnections. Unfortunately, my teammate is already gone as we've got 4 lights, 5 lights. And then we are Abu Dhabi in a way, and it looks like Midge has got a great start, and it looks like we're going to tuck in behind her as we're last out of 6 drivers as well. Before Singer's gone wide, going to look down the inside of Hamilton Fan into the second corner. Sorry, understood a bit there. Gonna let him through. As if I kept in the power there, I would have just belted him out, I think, probably into Qatar now. He'll probably be as looks like Drastic Midget and Hamilton Fan are getting close to each other, separated by 3 thousandths of a second in qualifying, and it looks like they're continuing battling on this first lap as we're right behind Midge at the back of this field. And as I said, very disappointing to see my teammate already disconnected. Would have been great to see him racing the finale, but hey, that's one of the reasons why this league has gone on, sadly. They're from 2014, not exactly great, the onliners, and it looks like Midge went a bit squealy. Well, so is Hamilton Fan. Going to take advantage of that, hopefully, as we're trying to look at the arrow here. Where is he in connection to us? He's right behind us in our slipstream, though. So you've got to defend. As hopefully I don't break into Midge. As whoops. That done the Sergio Perez though. Don't look at me, even though I'm on the screen. It's going side by side with Hamilton Fan, but we managed to keep our Ferrari in front. Obviously it helps that I've ridden this car before this finale, as all he takes a little bit down the inside. But no, can't dive bomb there, as looks like Midge was having troubles in front. Oh, we're almost into the wall there. Let's come to the end of the first lap now. Hamilton Fan taking a look, but we're very slow into that last corner. Just want to make sure I hit it, because so often in that last corner I don't know where to brake, so I'm going wide. But that's how it made a position as that bollard looks like it's going to break someone if they hit it. As Midge went a bit wide in front. Looks like we got a nice run through the S's, or I don't know, that uphill section. It doesn't feel like an S to me for some reason. It just feels bland, like this whole circuit, as we take a cheeky look down the inside of Midge. That's not going to work, as he runs wide though. Hamilton Fan wants to come and play as well. And it looks like they're fighting. It looks like we're having 2 three-way battles here. 3 at the back and 3 at the front. It seems like Midge was getting to know me a bit there. And we're hoping the Ferrari has a straight line speed. As Hamilton Fan, what are you doing? I'm trying to let Midge around the outside. And it looks like he's actually done a great move on our outside as well, on the inside of that corner. As you can see, don't want to go on the marbles. I'm losing my hands for days here. I'm going to put these hands in cold. Oh, I assume we just gave enough room. Let's see, somehow managed to retain that position there. Great battling with Hamilton Fan there. Well, I think it is. Hopefully he's not lagging or something. It is on this screen as well, as going a bit wide. Great. Oh god, I've gone all out of shape. This is why I don't live com often. I mess up, but it's a special occasion for Formula X. What's the final race of this league, which has occupied many a Saturday night over the past, god, what's it, year, 2 years maybe now, since I joined in the middle of Season 1 as Silent Molders of 42.4 fastest out the race. We're 4 seconds off that. Bit more now, I think. Going a bit wide into that first couple of corners. I should concentrate driving instead of talking. This is why I haven't live commentated before. I always seem to do worse when I live commentate. I think I live commentated Belgium before, one of the Christmas special races. That didn't exactly go to plan, as I was kind of all over the place, and I was more interested in explaining like the strategy to you guys and explaining what's going on rather than actually racing. But seems like I'm having that same issue in the opening laps here. But I'm normally slow in the opening laps in these races, as we outbraked ourselves once again. But hopefully Drastic Midget and Hamilton Fan will get to know each other a bit, and we can join in and have the fun and try and take up all positions, as we are occupying our usual last spot on this game in my league races. So it looks like Silent Mars made a breakthrough at the front. It looks like Zinker and Mr. Joker's going to fight, as they're side by side in front. If I was Crofty, I'd be shouting my lungs out at the moment, but This is early in the race, we're a bit calmer, and it looks like Hamilton fans finally made his way past our slowpokes here. Hopefully me and Midge can have one final great battle at the end of the time in the league together, as you did not see that corner cut. As we're right behind him, and in the last couple of races at Brazil and America, we've had a couple of great battles, me and Midge, in the opening few laps of the race, and so hoping to get closer to him again. But I just seem to be outbraking myself, pushing too hard here. As I've improved, but so is Silent Mo at the front. So got, oh god, I'm going a bit wide again. See, I need to do a kit. I should have told my engineer to be quiet in the middle of the corner, do a Kimmy. That's why I'm totally going wide all over the place. My engineer's distracting me with like information and stuff. I can't drive with information. I can barely multitask, as you're seeing in this video with me commentating and me trying to drive here, but it looks like I'm revving it too much as well. I can hear myself on the limiter. I've got to be careful with that, as I'll get my engine red hot, as you will see on my dash. And I still don't know why they don't have this, why they didn't bother to put the speed that you're going at on the steering wheel. You can see my, I believe that's engine temps, the tyres are saying coil, but you don't see my speed, which is really confusing. You can see my split to my last lap, and you can see my position as well. So hopefully they sort that out in 2015, among a lot of other things, as it looks like we've dropped a couple of seconds back from Midge. And rather annoyingly, this is the one time I've actually practiced for this race. So I was doing, I wouldn't say consistent 42s, but at least dropping into that pace and high 41s. But of course that's time trial. It's very different conditions to an online race or any race in the game, and it seems like I may be better around this circuit, but still got that inconsistency, which I don't think will ever go away with my driving style. I seem to be a very inconsistent driver in whatever I drive on in games. As I improve again, but we lost a second in that last sector. We got to get in the 44s and get in third gear for that first corner, rather than being in these 45s. As I said, I was practicing much faster. As well, that's buggered me off, hasn't it? See, this is why I should have live commentated. Well, at least I have great straight line speed. As I think we should put the inters on now. Yeah, let's put the inters on. So our race is already buggered, like it normally is around Abu Dhabi. Normally around here I get disqualified. I'm going to try and avoid doing that, as it is the last race of Formula Xbox, and I do want to join in at the donuts at the end. So yeah, if I can keep it going, at least finish the final race. It won't be on the podium like I wish to get in the final season. My pace on F in 2014 is abysmal, especially compared to everyone else. So yeah, that hope was long gone. Neither was getting a pole. Lucas got that Mercedes OP, just like in real life. He's too fast, just like Hamilton. So yeah, that's never going to happen. There's too many good guys in this league. Even with the 6 guys, there are too many fast guys than me to get a podium. So I was just hoping to get a couple of top 5s, which I did get this season, but doesn't know I'm going to get a top 5 in this final race. As Hamilton fan and Justin Mitchell, only fantastic battle in front still. As we're somehow making it to our pits, even though we have taken a couple of detours. Probably a better route than the actual circuit, actually, those detours. As we try and break it for the pit lane. Well, we actually made a corner for once. It just happened to be the pit lane, unfortunately. As we're coming in, hopefully the Ferrari guys are prepared. It looks like they are. And then, obviously, I won't be going into the wrong pit, as it is the only one there. But, yeah, 2 minutes. We lost 17 seconds. So, we effectively lost a pit stop by stupidly crashing out of that first S. I don't know what I was doing. I was concentrating talking. As I said, I'm rubbish driving and talking, but special occasion. But now we can go to the end. We can push hard. Hopefully we won't get lapped. I think that's my main hope now for the rest of the race, not to get lapped. As I don't think that's happened so far. Oh god, I've done it again. Smash the sign. There we go. So yeah, you can enjoy me rambling for the next stint, as I'm 42 seconds behind Hamilton. So yeah, I apologise for the lack of action in this race. I hope you enjoyed the first few laps. That's a high point of this race. Now, for the next 8 laps, you're going to get an old guy rambling about how Formula Xbox was great. And yeah, firstly, I'd like to thank Midge for inviting me to this league. As I said, I joined mid season 1 when I think lots of YouTubers are actually in the league. And then something happened, there were spaces opened up, and I applied along with, I think, James as well. You may know him as the designer guy, James Lang, on YouTube. Very good guy. And yeah, I joined with him and I think someone else as well. And I joined for the Sauber. And I remember the first race in Britain because I happened to lead that race because I was running a different strategy than most people. And Britain back in F1 2012 was actually one of my good tracks. So I was on a different strategy, had decent pace. I think I got some points that race, and yeah, it was actually a pretty good debut. Actually, kind of a high mark of my Formula Xbox career, that debut. And I remember the final race of season 1 because, unfortunately, like this race, there weren't many drivers in it, and I managed to nick a podium ahead of, I think, Midge as well. My only podium in Formula Xbox, I believe, was that race behind dominant not Ferraris, dominant Williams at the front, I believe. Legion, who won season 1, and Arte's brother, for Chicken Macaroon, if I remember, was behind him. And yeah, that was my only podium. Those are the only 2 races I remember from season 1. So I apologise, other stuff happened, but yeah, in season 1, you know, it gave me promise that I could at least be competitive in this league. But yeah, that kind of didn't follow on for the next 4 seasons, as I don't remember much of season 2, 3, or 4, or this season. Actually, yeah, I don't remember much of the Formula Xbox seasons, but yeah, in season 2, I think that was the season when I started the season with a battle with Legion at Australia, where for the second half of the race we were just exchanging positions hand over fist into the far chicane, if I remember. Yeah, we had a great battle then, and yeah, one of my highlights is for battles. And I think it was also the season where I started battling with Midge a bit more. We did have a couple of battles, I believe, in season 1, but yeah, that's the season when we just started battling almost every race. So we seem to have similar pace throughout the duration of this league. Even now, you know, we're a couple of well, he's showing me up in this race, but we are a couple of backmarkers normally, me and Midge, so, or we at least joke about it. So we normally have a battle or 2 throughout the seasons, and yeah, he's probably the guy who's closest to in pace terms, and the guy I'll probably battle with the most. So yeah, thanks to our overlord as well for that inviting me to this league and letting me occupy my Saturday nights for like an hour at a time for most of the past couple of years. As yeah, I've met some great people in this league, and it's just genuinely been fun. It may not be fun this race, but it genuinely has been fun just battling people. And it was another league to join as well and have fun in, you know, along with TGP in the past, with Pinnacle at the moment as well, you know, at LOR MotoGP, you know, it's been in quite a few leagues now, actually, thinking about it. But yeah, this has been the one consistent league, I would say, the league I've been in the longest as well, almost from the start. I think I'm the longest serving driver now, behind Midge as well, as I think we're the only 2 that have survived since season 1, which is amazing to think, as the likes of Sam, James that I just mentioned, Stop Map, Legion as well, they've all, you know, moved on. RS2M, I think he joined for season 2 actually, and he won season 2, 3 and 4. He was mighty dominant. I can't even speak, I'm too emotional about this finale, and too concentrating on the driving, as we're just under half a minute behind everyone else. Oh yeah, I've got to turn it on to Lino, so I'll be drifting everywhere. But yeah, lots of guys are left, as you can see. Only 6 guys remain: me, Hamilton fan, Midget, Luke, who won season 5, so well done to him. I haven't already said that. As I said, he's got a Mercedes OP, so it's all down to the Mercedes. He's got no pace at all. He's He's as slow as an England cricket team, I believe. But yeah, seriously, just well done to him. You know, a shame that not many challengers could stay connected throughout the year, or stay with the league at like pro racing. I believe he got disconnected before this race, couldn't rejoin in time. So Sir Lane as well, my teammate this season. Very fast guy. Can't remember if he's won a league race or not in this league, but if he hasn't, it's amazing that he hasn't, because he does have great pace and just pulled out a cracker. He pulled out a cracker of a race last time as well in Brazil, finishing second, and yeah, definitely deserved the win at least in this league if he didn't get one. So yeah, this is just a shame that due to how rubbish online has been in this game, it has seen the end of this league. It's seen the conversion of Pinnacle, another league I'm in, go to F1 2010, because even though F1 2010 was far from perfect game, at least online was, it was pretty decent. It was actually good. You didn't have lagging all the time, it seemed. You didn't have disconnections. The penalty system wasn't all over the place, and you could battle each other. You didn't cycle glitch, it seemed. Well, at least from what I can tell from the first 2 races of this league so far. As those are my first 2 races on F1 2010 online, and unfortunately I was a bit slow all over the place in those races, so I didn't do much battling, but the battling I did, I didn't seem to have any problems with anyone, so yeah, it didn't seem too bad. And as you can tell, I'm not having any issues with this race, at least battling, unless somehow the curbs will destroy me. Hopefully they won't, as I keep missing the corners now. I do apologise for my pace this race. This is dreadful. I'll turn it up again. Let's try and at least get in the 44s. That, as I said, in practice I was doing 42s on the edge of 41. But I was in consistent 43. So if I can at least do that this race, I'll be happy. As we've got 5 laps to go. I'm guessing Luke has lapped everyone. I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing he has, and he's on his way to lapping us all again. With Jokers and Zinc, I saw them battling behind. I don't want to guess who's in front, but I'm guessing it's great battle still. And of course we've got Hamilton Fan and Midget in front of us, and Midge, unfortunately, he does seem to struggle with the tyres, and I'm guessing he's struggling a bit now on these prime tyres, which are a bit less grippy than the options. I mean, I'm struggling like a hell on these tyres, as at least with the options I can drift around the corners a bit. With these I feel like I'm just toboggan. I feel like I'm just gonna go into the wall or something when I try and drift it and just spin round. So, and that's the issue. That's the main issue I have to have with the handling model of this game, is that I feel like I have to drift around the corners to be fast. That's how I was fast and practicing for this race, and in that I have to drift around. It's all about rear traction and controlling the rear traction of the car, and I'm mostly about having a good front end in the car, a bit like say Michael Schumacher in real life, or Jensen Button, where I want a good front end on the car, or Kimi Räikkönen, and I want the car to go into the corners. Like when I steer it, like into that corner, I steer it, but I don't feel the front end of the car is going into the corner. So that's something I really struggle with. That's what I like in Sims, like in iRace, and like in Games.car Extreme, like in Richard Burns Rally, that I feel like I can set up the car for the front end to go into the corner, just like I like it, even though I'm not good at setting up cars in Sims or in general. But yeah, at least in those Sims, we're going wide again. Oh, thank God I didn't go into the wall. But yeah, that's what I like more about Sims. That's why I play them a bit more nowadays. Like, I still play my arcade games like my Forzas, Project Gotham Racing 4, the F1 games, but I prefer playing Games.car Extreme, iRacing. Hopefully I can get a good enough PC for like Assetto Corsa, because that Dream Pack looks fantastic and looks like it's had some good content to the game. Race Room, Netcar Pro I play occasionally, but yeah, in general, just playing Sims, getting the car how I would like. And in this game, I just can't get the car how I would like. And the F1 games in general as well. F1 2013, great handling model. Thinking about it, probably the best handling model of all the F1 games. It wasn't floaty like F1 2012. It wasn't ridiculous like this game, like 2010 and 2011. it was pretty good. It was grounded. It was, I know everyone would complain about the talk in that game. I would, being a crap player, but once you get your head round that, it's pretty good handling model, especially compared to all the other F1 games. So yeah, F1 2013, at least it had the handling model going for it, even though the online was on the way down, and career mode is sterile like usual. It has been in the past few games since they got rid of Live the Life. It's just been sterile career mode. And I was talking to Smooth Racing Josh, and he tells me that people actually didn't like Live the Life in the F1 game, which amazes me, as I love that realism that I had in career mode, that hey, I'm actually living as the driver. I love that. That's what I like doing with my career modes, pretending to be the driver or rider with my MotoGP. And yeah, career modes will eventually be coming back to my main channel, but I keep getting delayed by scenes, keep getting ill unfortunately. But yeah, once I do those, you will see I like being in the character, I like building a backstory, I like the story behind being in a career mode, and that's something that has been missing from the F1 games, unfortunately. I mean, that's something I love about iRacing, that yeah, it's very plain on the surface, but it's your career. You can build your career story through that game, as every race, every official race counts towards your career. So you got this career story always ongoing with every race you're doing an iRacing. And such as I see with iRaces on YouTube, whoops, clip the curb, can't believe they still have spinning curves from the likes of F1 2010 to now. Ridiculous. But yeah, as I was talking about iRacing, that's what I love. Seeing guys on Twitch who play iRacing, like the Grip TV guys such as Matt Malone. How when I started watching him, he was actually a pretty average racer, I admit. He was a guy who can do well, liked his Mazdas, but he was never really... He could have challenged for wins on occasion, but not consistent. Now I look at him and he is so much better now. He's a much better driver. Doesn't make mistakes all the time. He's much more consistent. He's a good endurance racer actually. He's good at driving with the tin top cars more. He's good at driving Mustangs, the Chevrolets, the Mazdas of course. And yeah, you could see from his career trajectory online on iRace, you could watch that and see how he's improved, and you can see that in his results, and that's his kind of career story online. And it's very cool that iRacing tracks that as well. Unlike most online games, on this game you won't see how well I've done, say, over a career span. You won't see how my, say, license system is, like how many incidents I had at the beginning compared to now, like you see on iRacing. Totally missed my breaking point. Sorry, it's too distracted. Too distracted blowing a nut over iRacing. But yeah, we are on our final lap now actually, and yeah, that's like something I just want to see back in F1, Live the Life. But yeah, enough of me ranting about F1. That's what the second half of this race has turned into, me ranting. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who's raced against me in this league. Yeah, we crossed the line in Formula X for the final time in 6th place, 25 seconds behind the rest, and it's time for the emotional farewell donuts. Oh god, I've got prime tyres, this is going to be shite. We're going to miss the red bar connections, going to miss the disconnections, gonna miss the lagging, gonna miss the dive bombing for safety, gonna miss everything about this league. But seriously, most of all, I'm gonna miss the racing against everyone. I don't know what I'm gonna do on my Saturday nights. I've got no one to play with. Might just have to play with myself on Saturday nights from now on, but... Oh no, it's Mercedes. Get back here. Oh, it's turned into Robot Wars. Where are the house robots? Where's, what's it, Sakella, Matilda, Mr. Bash, or Dr. Bash, or whatever his name was. Where's Craig Charles? I'm swear he's in one of those seats up there. This is actually a better version of Dirt Showdown than Dirt Showdown, actually. Because this is actually a bit like a Grid Autosport Showdown, but... I know, I could go for the win. Everyone's distracted. Let's go. Oh god, we're doing a Fauna X centipede. I'm not sure if I should blur this in the video or not. Can we all finish at the same time? That would be glorious. But yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will see you not for the next one.
Great race, just fantastic. 18 points.